Hello, people. I just want to talk about my experience in Lagos concerning dealing with real estate management companies, especially the ones like Pwan and the Eden Oasis and some of them. Actually, what happened is that in 2021, I went to Lagos and with intention
Try to get a
to buy
picture
a
of
land
this.
for a retirement home. And I met this company and we organized to view some of the properties they got. The one they got is in one in Epe and the other one is in Ibeju, Lagos. It's not Ibeju. And they got one in some very close to Lekki Phase 2. So, and what happened is that I went to see these properties. The apartment, the one they showed me, the Eden Oasis showed me, the one very close to Lekki Phase 2.
Yeah.
Some of the property was in a very bad shape, and some of the buildings was already decaying, and some are uncompleted ones. They use inferior materials to make them, and it was a very terrible experience. And the one, the land B1 showed me was the one very close to Ogun State.
Area, right?
It was, I would say, in Ogun State. Because I traveled almost 4 hours from Lekki Phase 2 and very close to Lekki Phase 2. So we traveled 4 hours and we traveled on third road, no road, sometimes we run into the bush. We have to see this land they call the beachfront. They say, according to them, they said if you buy the land and within a couple of months, your investment will appreciate in value. And they're using that as a way to get customers to buy the land or something like that. So in fact, when I saw the land, I finally went there and saw the land, I was very shocked. It wasn't something, I was speechless, honestly. I can't believe it. I traveled 4 hours, no roads. It was in the bush, running inside the bush. As you can see, the car we're going here is on third roads. Sometimes we run through mud roads, and sometimes purely in the bush we run into. Before I finally, we finally stopped to see the land, and I realized it was in Ogun State. It was a village in Ogun State, and I saw the villagers, coming in. I knew that, oh my God. So they selling land miles away from Lagos, and they're selling land in different states, call it Lagos. And the price they tell me in this land is absolutely insane. The price is totally insane. They say it's about 20 million for that a plot of land, and that 20 million naira, oh my God. If I use that 20 million naira, I will buy a nice property, build a house in Owerri. If I go to Owerri, I'll get a house, the land. It will cost me not less than 2 million. And then I will use that 20 million, I will build a proper house with that money. But instead of that, we used to go and buy a congested Lagos in a place that no roads, no lights, no social amenities, no nothing, inside the bush to throw away the 20 million. It was totally crazy. I can't believe it. A lot of things. Yeah, I saw all those properties a lot. They showed me a lot, and they said to me that if I buy this property and within a couple of months they will allocate for me. After paying, they will allocate the land. I said to myself, how can you allocate the land? Why you don't show me the document? They say when I finish the payment, then they will allocated land. And I heard a lot of stories. People are crying. A lot of people buy this land after they finish the payment, and there's no allocation. And eventually, if they want to allocate the land, they'll give you a different area from what they showed you earlier. So they show you the one in Lekki, let's say in Ibeju or something like that. They want to show you the land you want to, after payment, they transfer you the one in Epe. So, it's a lot of complication, a lot of confusion in these estate companies. They are ripping people off. They just lying to people, and using all these small boys, all these small girls they recruit in order to get people. They will tell them some of these girls and boys they recruited, they don't know nothing about the business. They don't know nothing about selling land. They will telling people lies and lies and lies, and they don't know what they are talking about. And after my own investigation, I find out that, in fact, dealing with estate business in Nigeria, you have to be very careful. You have to know what you're doing. You have to do your homework properly, because how can someone spend that kind of money, 20 million, and buy a land? Maybe it's in a government restricted area. Maybe it's in a governmental land. They do wuru get or do kona and get the documents, and they sell to people. At the end of the day, people will lose their money because the government will take it back. It might take some time, but definitely they will take it back. As you can see, a lot of stories flying around how government in Lagos taking back lands, destroying buildings. This is what people they do. They show people land, without proper documentation. They sell to people. Some of them they do the documentation, they do their wuru and get all the land document and they sell it. At the end, people will lose their land. This is one of the examples. After going through this, I realized why they are making money out of lies, out of deception. People don't know because of most of people in Nigeria, they are desperate. They want to save their money because of the economical downturn, because of the way things is going in Nigeria. Naira is devaluing each day, and people want to save their money. So they are rushing to see any money they have, they want to use to buy a land, to buy a house, so that they will save their money from any downturn. So by the end of the day, they will lose their money. I see people who lost all the earnings. They start from square one again because of all these estate agents, all these dubious estate agents. They just ripping people off, lying to people, deceiving people, and make them waste their life for nothing. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Is it this one, right?
They will show you a land that is no road, no even electricity, nothing. And they call it millions and millions, 20 millions. And the one that surprised me most is the one I visited through Eden Oasis. These people, they showed me a land in Lekki Phase 2. And not a land, a building, a completed apartment. It was a 2-bed apartment. And he said it was 100 million, right? And that 100 million, the building material was inferior one. And some of the uncompleted one I saw was very inferior materials, bad construction, bad work, bad painting, everything poorly constructed, poorly built. And no wonder most houses start. No wonder most of these houses, after a couple of months or years, they start collapsing, start rotting up because of the inferior material they use. So